name's Nicole and I met Dr. Dougherty when I was literally signing on the street. I had a sign saying that I was disabled and blind in my right eye, and I needed surgery, and I teach classical piano and vocals, and I was looking for work. This was during the economical crises, so it really hit me hard. I never dreamed in a million years I would be out there doing that, and that was all I could do. So I was singing at the mall, at the entryway, and I was just singing with a big sign that said, "I need help," and was praying for a miracle and singing out loud, and Dr. Dougherty drove by and he said, "Oh, you need a miracle, huh? And what's wrong with your eyes?" So I told him, and he said, "I can restore your vision." I said, "Praise God." I'm like, wow. I just put it out there because I felt like if you don't ask, how can you receive? And you have to be open to receiving help. But so many people are so afraid and so ashamed to ask for help. And it was very difficult. It was very difficult for me to get the courage, because it took months of just standing there. And I just, just stand there and cry. So a lot of people didn't even know I was crying. I would just be weeping, but I would stand there anyway, as I have to overcome whatever this is that's keeping me from getting help. And you think there's so much help out there, but when he gave me his card, it was like an answer to my prayers. And he restored the vision in my right eye. And you don't realize how difficult it is to function when you can't see out of one eye. And I do wear contact in my left eye too, so that was a challenge. And it changed my life. And so I became an advocate for the homeless, for homeless veterans. And one guy in particular, I saw him, I really just kept praying, Lord, send me, and and I kept thinking, well, how can I help, and who should I help? And I just put it out there. And so when I saw this guy one day get off the bus, and it was like, there's the one. That's the one that I really felt drawn to. So I just asked about his story, and he said he was a veteran. He was in Vietnam for 3 years, and he survived Vietnam. He was a medic and a medvac, and he told me he survived Vietnam without having to kill anybody. And he never shot anyone. And it's amazing that he survived, saving lives. And here he was on the street. Not only was on the street, he was dying. And but he didn't know that, and I didn't know that at the time. And I took him to get help, to try to help him get housing, and to try to help him get the right doctors that would help him. He would not go to the Veterans Hospital, because he said when he was in the Veterans Hospital, he had stomach surgery, and after they finished taking a tumor out of his stomach, a month later he felt something. They had left a tool inside him. So he had a lot of apprehensions. He was suffering from PTSD, and he wouldn't go back to the Veterans Hospital. So I just took him to the Conejo Valley Clinic, where they found him a wonderful doctor, and they diagnosed him with a lot of different physical ailments, challenges, and he was drinking pretty heavily, self-medicating. I helped him get his disability income. I became his advocate, his voice, and helped him get the right doctors, the right medical care, and then I helped him get housing. I mean, I really went all out, went to many mansions, and I took the letter that the doctor had given me that said that he only had 6 months to live, and he didn't know that at the time when I met him, and that if he stayed on the street. So then I took that letter and I went to many mansions, and they said, wow, this is perfect timing, because we just happened to have a brand new apartment that had just been built, handicap apartment, and they needed someone that was handicapped, and he fit in this right situation, although there was a long list, and they took him in, and he got housing, and he still has permanent housing. It's 3 years, almost 3 years now, and he has 3 years of sobriety, and he quit smoking. And it's like, when people get housing, they can do so much more, and it's amazing what's transpired in my life after Dr. Dougherty helped me get my vision back, and I feel so blessed every day, and I'm still doing work with the same veteran, and he's come a long way.